mean, Russia's not a good. No, I would say Putin's not a good place, or he's not a good person. He's obviously a bad person. Russia did some terrible things. Obviously, invading Ukraine is an awful thing. You can't really blame Russia fully, because if we wasn't trying to integrate Ukraine into NATO, they would have done that.
But that we weren't. Matter of fact, we told Ukraine no multiple times.
No. Biden
Yes.
specifically said
Nope.
there is room for NATO for Ukraine Ukraine and
He
NATO.
said that they hadn't met the requirements to join NATO.
You're talking about in the future, not currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the future.
Yeah. So he said that they hadn't met the requirements
What does he mean by requirements?
in terms of like human rights violations and things that, you know what I'm saying, they needed to clean up in terms of the corruption was inside of their government.
The corruption, like the Burisma corruption.
Corruption in general. Oh, hold on. You think that never mind. I don't want to go down any rabbit holes with
That might be a rabbit hole.
Yeah. So listen. If you want to lock up Joe Biden and Jill Biden and Hunter Biden and Biden's daughter and the fucking dog, what's the dog's name? Lock all them bitches up. I don't care.
You should probably start with the
Not
dog. I think
Major.
that dog's done some
Not
serious
Major, yeah, Major can go too. Out there biting poops and shit. Lock them all up.
People.
Yeah, lock them all up. I don't give a shit about them. I don't idolize politicians.
No,
I don't
free
idolize
Major.
politicians.
Those people
So
deserved
Probably
it.
lock up. You could lock up most of Washington. I mean, really, and you'd probably be justified, honestly.
Oh, Major died. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's fucked up. Poor dog.
But
Yeah, I don't give a shit about any of these people.
no, I agree. I mean, Trump, he's not the person that I would want. Most conservatives are like, can we get somebody that maybe hadn't said some terrible shit?
You mean a
Somebody
person
with
who's
liberal
not a
class.
rapist?
That is definitely not something that you can just claim.
It
was
actually is
proven.
something I can claim.
That's why he's an adjudicated rapist. Proven. But,
Oh,
I mean,
are you
what
talking about-
adjudicated?
Are
Go ahead.
Are you talking about the New York cases?
I'm talking about Eugene Carroll.
Hold on. So let me ask you.
Yeah,
let me ask you a
for
real
sure.
question. Let me ask you a
Here we
realistic
go.
question. I know. Let me ask you a real question.
Yep.
I can't like the fact that we have so many men that are willing to be apologists for rape in this country says a lot about why women chose the bear. What does this say?
I mean, you can read it. Obviously, it says, yes, Trump was found to have raped E. Jean Carroll.
Okay, gotcha. So 9 people on a jury.
No,
said-
not a gotcha. I don't care what people from New York say. That is probably
Okay, gotcha.
the worst place that you could pick a jury pool from. The people
What?
Hold on. So were his lawyers allowed to participate in jury selection?
for the E. Jean Carroll.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, all lawyers are allowed to participate.
Oh,
in
exactly.
that.
Were his lawyers allowed to petition for a change of venue?
Didn't they? I'm pretty sure they
No.
did. They didn't
Nope.
petition for one. That was only in the fraud or the what
The
was
Stormy
case
Daniels
that-
case.
No, the other one, the big one.
Where he was convicted of fraud.
Yeah, the Stormy
4 times?
Daniels case, where he had
Oh, so
34
yeah, you're
convictions
right, yeah,
for felony.
yeah.
I
It's
know.
the same case.
Which that county voted 9% Trump in 2020. So I mean, and he only had 10 strikes. He can only strike out 10 jury members.
Hold
Usually
on,
you get
bro.
unlimited,
Bro.
and he only had 10 strikes.
4,000 lawsuits against Trump prior to him ever announcing that he intended to run for president.
That's what happens when you got
4,000.
money. You're gonna have lawsuits. I mean, you
Bullshit.
could take any billionaire.
Bullshit.
Any
There's
billionaire.
no. You can't take Mark Cuban. You can't take Bill Gates. You can't even take Elon Musk's piece of shit ass. You can't take
Oh,
Jeff
yeah, you can
Bezos.
take any of them.
You
They
can't
all
take
got
none of them.
lawsuits. They get
You can't
lawsuits
take none of
big.
them. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
take
for sure.
any of them.
For
I'm
sure.
talking about not for fucking racial discrimination, not for sexual harassment, not for like we are not talking about the same types of lawsuits. Now, if you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, copyright infringement or stealing of intellectual property, sure. But if we're talking about like nefarious actions,
Most.
bro,
And like I
like
said, look, I
he
don't
told a
wanna be-
10-year-old girl, I'll be dating her in 10 years. Do you have any daughters, bro?
I mean, you'd have to pull that up.
Okay, no problem.
And I'm gonna be real. He might have said that. Donald Trump's the kind of person, like I said,
Thursday night. You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
Just a quick tip, love.
So if listen, I'm gonna tell you, if I was walking, if me and No Raz was walking through the mall, and we have 3 daughters under 10, and somebody said I'm gonna be dating her in 10 years,
he
I'm
wouldn't
gonna
make
send
it
him
out the
straight.
mall.
I'm gonna send him straight home to Jim Crow Jesus.
look.
First class flight. I'm gonna make sure. I hope he has his affairs in order, because he going to the upper room.
I said is
He
I
going to the
wish
upper
we
room.
had somebody that didn't say such awful shit. as I
Nobody's
said at the very
forcing you
beginning.
to vote for a rapist.
And again, I'm not subscribing that he's a rapist at all, or rapist if that's how you
He
want
told
to
a
pronounce it.
10-year-old girl. Okay, he told on a national television show, he said that him and his daughter had sex in common.
And she said
What do you
golf.
mean?
Hey, I'll just play it for you.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's just a pro tip going forward. Mr. Jones is not going to tell you anything that he doesn't have evidence of. Just a pro tip.
I mean,
Life
seems
hack.
Not too much. First of all, I like her very much. I think she's a really nice woman. I thought it was a little unusual to have politics mixed with the movies, and it's been done before, I guess, a little bit, but it was a little bit unusual to do that.
Yeah.
But I do like her. I think she's terrific.
We want to know a little bit more about you guys. So we play this game here. It's called Fave 5. I'll ask the question. Ivanka, you answer first, and then Dad, you answer also.
This is tough.
Okay, Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
I mean, I have no idea what he's talking about. What do you think he's talking about there?
Well, they asked, what are things that they have in common? She
So
said
it's-
real estate and golf. And he said, talking about his daughter, I was going to say
He said if she wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her. You want me to play that one too?
No, I've seen that one.
Okay.
Now making headlines. Trump talking about how he had free reign at his beauty pageants.
I'll go backstage before a show. Yes. And everyone's getting dressed and ready. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Today, a former Miss Arizona who calls herself a conservative going public in an interview with KCBS describing what she says happened backstage with Trump at a Miss USA pageant.
Our first introduction to him was when we were at the dress rehearsal and half naked changing into our bikinis.
Tasha Dixon detailing her discomfort.
To have the owner come waltzing in when we're naked or half naked in a very physically vulnerable position, and then to have the pressure of the the people that work for him telling us to go fawn all over him, go walk up to him, talk to him, get his attention.
She describes feeling helpless.
Who do you complain to? He owns the pageant. So there's no...
These girls were 15 to 19-year-old girls.
At a pageant. I don't know, man. You can't believe everything you hear. Not saying that's not true.
He said he does it, and then they said he does it, and you're saying you can't believe it.
No, he didn't say that he had 15-year-olds fawning on over him. He didn't say
That's
that.
how old they are. That's how old the contestants in the pageant were along this.
Y'all are fucking
And he said that he
insane.
does that at the
Y'all are
pageant.
fucking insane. Y'all are disgusting, man. Y'all are fucking
Yes.
disgusting.
Listen,
Y'all are disgusting.
you're
No,
gonna have-
I'm not listening
man,
to you.
you.
Y'all are fucking disgusting, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is why, you know what I'm saying, like women choose the bear. Y'all are fucking disgusting. He said, I go back there. They're standing there with no clothes on. He literally said it out of his mouth. They're standing there with no clothes on. He said it. He said they're standing there with no fucking clothes on. And then the girls say that he does it. And you're like, nah. Nah, it's not true. Can't believe it. He said he does it. They said he does it.
Everyone's in agreement. Why are you not?
The girls say, he says, I grab women by the vagina and kiss them in their mouth without their consent. And then 20 plus women said, yup, he certainly does do that. Did it to me. And y'all motherfuckers is like, nah, That's not true. You can't believe everything you hear.
Yeah, I wish we had some other people. I wish we had better candidates. I mean,
I wish we had better human beings.
Wonder how many people Lawless has violated. Because when they do that shit, guarantee you they have.
B Persian, what's up?
Hello.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
sure can.
Oh, excellent. How y'all doing today?
Doing great, what's up?
Yeah, I'm voting for Trump.
Okay.
One of the things that I look at is I'm looking on the other side and I'm looking at Kamala Harris. Her submission of 135 legislations, none of them passed.
Why is that?
Tells me
Why is that?
tells me that she
Why is that?
cannot lead anything or anybody.
Yeah, that's actually not what that tells you at all.
Yes, it does.
Well, I mean, okay, great. If you're uneducated and you don't know how bills or legislation gets passed, then I can certainly understand why you felt that way.
Absolutely. Let me make a point. Point is, you got to learn to read the room, because anything we can't.
No, you don't.
You can't. Yes, you can. You can't even allow me to talk for 135 seconds, and you don't have any sponsors. So to sit there and write 135 bills takes a tremendous amount of effort. Tremendous. And when none of them pass, and that's a group of your peers that you should be talking to, understanding the needs of the people.
Hey, B Person, can I ask you a quick question really quickly?
No, you can't. I'm gonna let you finish.
I know who the fuck you think you are. Like, bro, what? Bro, what? Y'all got me all the way fucked up. You got me all the way fucked up. Like, literally, you must be living in the upside fucking down. Y'all got a lot of goddamn nerve, I tell you what. So I can't really see his account. Hey, man, can you click on his account and see if this is a black man? So I think it is, and I'm not sure.
To the picture, yes, but he doesn't have his own content.
Gotcha. So he's shocked and amazed that a black woman, you know what I'm saying, in Congress can't get people to get behind a black woman in Congress, knowing that anti-blackness, you know what I'm saying, and misogyny is a major issue in this country. And he, for some reason, is baffled by this. That's wild to me. Aside from that, right? Like, the things that she is advocating for, right, are for the benefit of all people, regardless of the corporate interest. And bro's like, nah. And then we add into, you know what I'm saying, that they never had a supermajority, meaning it didn't matter what she presented. There was a good chance it wasn't going to get passed. I can name several other senators, Bernie Sanders for one, that introduced tons of legislation, probably more than 135 pieces that were never passed. So what you're saying ain't shit. And all you're doing up here in front of my fucking face is repeating and regurgitating something somebody told you, because 17 other motherfuckers have said the same thing just today. Why is it that you guys can't come up with an original fucking thought? Imagine somebody telling me, you know what I'm saying, like how to speak and how to talk and how to walk, you know what I'm saying, how to act and what to say. I feel sorry for y'all, man. I really do. I really do. I feel sorry for y'all. And it's going to be black men specifically, and this for the black people in the room. It's going to be black men specifically. It's going to be the downfall of, you know what I'm saying, the black community.
Another decision she's made, a horrible decision. This man has people leaving his state. He's got businesses leaving his state. He's got a loss. And furthermore, you can go over there and get a 6-year-old child can have their genitalia cut off and the parents say nothing. Come on.
No.
And
That's
he's
not
furthermore
happening.
seemingly
Bro, he's
No
gotta be in the Discord.
child in the United States of America can have gender can have gender surgery. You know what I'm saying? At 6 years old, there's not a single one. Not a single one. There's not a child in the United States of America that has ever had gender changing surgery at 6 years old. Not a single one. Not a single one. Okay,
It's
so here,
impossible.
I'll just
It's
prove
impossible.
it. I'll
No,
just
it's
prove
not.
it. I'll
No,
just
it's
prove it.
not.
All right,
You're
but you're
lying.
gonna shut up. I'll just prove
He
it.
said you're
Stop
lying.
lying. No, stop lying to these people.
Sir. The amount of therapy and other appointments that children need to go through to even be considered for
He
any
also
type.
wrote a legislation that talked about children. I mean, not
Those guys.
with maps. That's
Who
ridiculous.
hurt you?
Nobody said that. Like
No,
y'all
nobody
just
knows.
fucking lie just for the sake of
No.
lying. Y'all just lie just for the sake of lying. I hate you coon ass bitches. I really
Yeah,
do.
you ain't seeing a coon except for when you looking in the mirror.
Oh, I got a picture of you. I'll put it up in just a minute.
That's ridiculous.
The youngest.
Motherless behavior.
Yeah, I know. The youngest person in the United States, to have any surgery in terms of gender affirming care is 15 years old. I want you guys. Oh, hold on. It's not mirrored. Sorry.
That's the
There
legal
you go.
part. That's now who's done it.
In
Yeah.
general, sex reassignment surgery is not performed on children under 18, but in rare cases, it may be performed on adolescents if healthcare providers agree it's beneficial or risky
Exactly.
not to do so. Some say that children as young as 3 are not qualified for gender affirming surgeries, and that nationally recognized medical guidelines recommend patients be at least 15 years old, and only then in special circumstances. So again, this
It
is not
can't be done.
happening.
The point is,
The
it
only
can't be
person that has
done.
ever had gender affirming
What's
surgery
been done
is this
and what's
person right
legal are
here.
two different
The
things.
only person
I'm
that's
trying to
ever had
keep it-
gender reaffirming surgery under the age of 18 in the United States is this person right here, and they had it done at 17 years
You're
old.
confusing the issue.
And they had it done at
You know
17
it's
years
been
old.
done. And I'm glad
So-
you're embarrassed, though. That's good. That's good. You're embarrassed about it. That's ridiculous.
Embarrassed about what?
You're embarrassed the fact that it can happen, and you know it can.
But it can't happen. It's never happened. 17 years old is the youngest it's happened.
What's legally able to happen are two different things.
It's never happened, and it's never happened. All you're telling us is that you are, you know what I'm saying, a shit human being. That's literally all you're telling us.
Sorry, I let Kiara up. He was just yelling and I couldn't say nothing.
Go ahead, Kiara. You can say what you need to say. You don't know what the fucking truth is. If the truth punched you in the mouth, you wouldn't know it. If the truth
No.
punched you in the mouth, you wouldn't
No.
know it. Yeah.
He's
He
all
hasn't
up
cited
in
a source yet.
No reason
Go ahead,
to
his,
talk
he's
Kiara.
all up in his feels about gender affirming care, not realizing that the biggest group of people that are getting gender affirming care are cisgender kids. So when you have a 16-year-old that's going to get a breast augmentation because that's what she wants and her parents are allowing for that, where's the pushback on that? When there's
There's
a when there's a boy who's growing up and has gynecomastia and growing breasts and getting the breast material taken out, where's the outrage over that? Because that happens all the time. But then you have outrage just for the transgender community, which obviously knows nothing about WPATH, which it takes years in order to get to the point of just even taking hormones or puberty blockers.
He's a useful idiot. Literally. I kicked him. He's a useful idiot. Like, literally, you know what I'm saying? He bought into white supremacy, and he's like, yep, I'm going to ride this train. Just a useful. You don't know, you know what I'm saying, like how the human brain works. You don't know about physiology. Like, you're just a useful idiot. They said, yep, here's a gullible ass black man that we can use to further tear down the black community. And had it not been for black, you know what I'm saying, people in the queer community, we would not have the fucking rights that we have. I'm sorry, Kiara, go ahead.
And transgender individuals or non-binary individuals aren't the only ones with gender dysphoria.
Nope.
Facts.
Again, when I say I hate y'all, I mean that shit. From the depths of my soul. If I have one. Darren, what's up, bro?
Well, not much, man. Hey, I was just trying to think about what you guys were talking about, but I think anybody over the age of 18 should be able to do what they want with their body. I'm just against it for anyone under. It's like
so is the rest of the scientific community, bro.
Yeah,
the rest of the medical community, the rest of the scientific community. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be making sure that, you know, their mental health is cared for, that they're not at risk of unaliving themselves, that we're not, you know what I'm saying, making sure that they're receiving puberty blockers. Because if you know for a fact, right, that your internal self is not that of a girl,
yep,
right, and you're growing boobs, how awkward is that? Do you think that would do you think that would have an impact on your mental health?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Absolutely. And it's kind of like,
and not only that, bro. To take it a step further, if it's not your kids, who the fuck gives you the right to say something?
I know, and that's why I kind of stay out of it, because it's not my life. I just feel bad for the people that they have a say, but some parents also do some pushing.
No,
I've heard.
Bro, that's the most ridiculous. Hold on. So Darren, let's put our logic hats on, right? Let's put our logic hats on.
Yep, I'm trying.
So you think that parents, right, who are probably cisgender and heterosexual, are pushing their children to be social pariahs?
Some, not everyone.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. What's the benefit of that? What is the utility in that?
I have no idea, but I'm not doing it.
Then it doesn't make sense, then, does it?
We have a friend.
Do you know what Occam's razor is, Darren? Darren, do you know what Occam's razor is?
No, I don't.
The simplest answer is typically the correct answer. Right.
Okay.
So why would I, as a parent who has a bunch of kids, right, push one of my children to be a social pariah? What would be the utility in that? What would I gain from this?
I don't know.
What would I gain from this?
We had a friend that ended up having.
What would I gain from it, Darren?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would benefit me not.
Yeah.
Use your fucking brain, Darren.
I am.
Darren, what would it take for you to be transgender?
I would have to go to the doctor, get the surgery.
No. That's not what she's asking. Yeah.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, what would it take to convince you to transition?
I don't know. I've never thought about that.
It's because you're not transgender.
Yeah, I know. I'm very happy in my body, but that doesn't say other people are too. So I think they should be able to do what they want. You know, it's kind of like that 15 and 17-year-old that ended up getting it. They were under 18, but it's also not my life.
Do you know why gender affirming care is given to people under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
It is in order to save their life.
Okay, yeah.
Because the unalive rate, not only socially,
Uh-huh.
but depression and everything else that comes along with that,
Yep.
it saves their life in order to get the gender affirming care to feel comfortable within their body.
And I can see that, and I appreciate you teaching me that, because you're actually treating me with a little bit of respect, which I'm not here to disrespect anybody, and I'm here to learn on my thinking, you know, because this is basically very new to me in the last 10 years. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! And see,
You've had 10 years and you don't get it.
You remember what I was talking about earlier?
Yes.
Did you hear what I was talking about earlier? That they don't have a single original thought, because Tucker Carlson is the one who said that this just happened in the last 10 years. Trans individuals have existed within society since the dawn of fucking Homo sapiens sapiens. We have always had trans people within our society. The first trans organization in the United States was established in the 1800s. There was trans people all throughout history, all throughout recorded history. They exist in the Bible. They exist in the Torah. They exist in the ancient Egyptian scripture. Like, they've always existed. And you're like, oh, just in the last 10 years. They've been using the bathroom with us forever.
I live in a town. I live in a town of 5,000. I don't go to big.
Then move around, bro. Move around.
You know, and that's what I've been trying to do, and that's why I'm trying to have a good conversation with you guys.
But Darren,
What?
pause. Okay,
What?
you're saying you live in a town with a small population, but you've had plenty of time to post conspiracy theories on the internet. You have access to the internet. So really, you might live physically in a town of 5,000 people, but you have
there's a
access
billion people
to
on TikTok.
the globe.
And I'm okay
you
with
coming
what
in
other
here-
people do. I'm just trying to learn about it. You know?
Well, go get on the internet and learn about it. This is not the place for you to say some random fucking crazy shit that you know you could look at. Huh. Okay, I won't. But you're just talking crazy, Darren.
That's nice.
You're just talking crazy.
Thanks for being so nice, guys. You guys are just great people.
But transgender people have been
you
social
definitely
pariahs.
You definitely
Have been social pariahs since Yahtzee, Germany. The original book burning started with them burning the books from the Sex and Gender Research Institute in Germany.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So the transgender people that were living in Germany were some of the first targets from the fascists.
Yeah.
So we've been around since the small minority of the population that they want to demonize us to push their agenda.
And I see that, and I'm against that.
How many times have you been hurt in your life by a transgender individual?
None. Saying is, I'm trying to learn by it, but I'm not getting any, like, you just want to push back and yell at me. It's like,
Did I
man,
yell at you?
I'm here to actually learn and have a good conversation.
Okay, how many sexes
Well,
are
you just
there,
picked up
Darren?
your voice and told me stupid.
Darren, how many
What's
sexes
that?
are there, Darren? How many sexes are there, Darren?
In my brain, I think there's probably like 4 for people that switch over from male to female and then female to male, and then a regular male and female.
How many chromosomal variants are there, Darren?
I have no idea. I'm not a scientist.
Gotcha. Right.
I'm just a dumb redneck person trying to learn about.
Sure. So, Darren,
society.
why would you have an opinion? Children, Darren?
Yes, I have one 19-year-old
Boy?
boy. Yeah.
Was he circumcised?
Yes, he was.
Why?
Because the doctor recommended it.
That's genital mutilation. Did he have consent?
No, because he was. Or 17.
Why wouldn't you do whatever the doctor recommended?
Because the doctor doesn't have control over my choice. That's just a recommendation.
But he does when it comes to mutilating his genitals when he's born, though.
I guess we mutilated his genitals.
Fucking idiots. I feel like I'm arguing with fucking 5-year-olds, man.
I went and saw his page, and that's why I said what I said, because he wasn't interested in learning, and I wasn't. He just wanted to come up here and be absolutely ridiculous and disrespectful to the trans community, not because he was up here to learn.